Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. John from the John Muir Show here, and we didn't get to talk about all of the latest nonsense from the mainstream media pertaining to President Trump's response to the Chinese coronavirus on today's program. Another bit of information, certainly worth throwing out there. It came from CNN's John Harwood. Yesterday, Harwood was getting down on President Trump for questioning one of the reporters in the White House daily Chinese coronavirus briefing. So President Trump, when he was asked a question by one of the reporters, started asking the reporter some questions as well, asking if the reporter had any ties to communist China. And then, right away, you had John Harwood being so outraged by President Trump doing that. How dare he go after this member of the media? He's acting like such an authoritarian. This is the kind of stuff you were getting from John Harwood on CNN. What John Harwood didn't seem to care to discuss is that President Trump was actually onto something when he was asking this reporter, do you have any sort of ties to communist China? It turns out that the foreign media outlet that this reporter worked for actually is a company with ties to the Chinese Communist government. This is an outlet that this reporter works for that has been known to parrot Communist China's propaganda. So President Trump, he had every reason to go asking this reporter about what it is that the reporter was doing, what sort of intentions the reporter had, asking any questions he might want to ask about the company that the reporter works for, because this outlet that was in the White House daily press briefing on the Chinese coronavirus actually, in essence, does the bidding of the Chinese Communist government, something that should be pushed back on, something that should not be tolerated. I mean, for goodness sake, the Chinese Communist Party, it already has a stranglehold over the information that is out there in Communist China. I mean, the leaders of the Chinese Communist Party, we're talking about terrible individuals. They oppress their own people, and they censor what information is that these individuals in their country can receive. They force their Chinese Communist Party propaganda on those people. And now you have folks in the Chinese Communist Party, folks with ties to the Chinese Communist Party, trying to spread this propaganda around the world as well. Something that we need to tell people, hey, look, this is going on. You got to watch out, especially at a time where you have various individuals outside of the Chinese Communist Party actively doing the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party. You've got some of the top folks at the World Health Organization parroting Chinese communist propaganda and their talking points. You have various folks in our media in the United States even doing it. Some of the folks like Jim Acosta over at CNN doing it. So yeah, we need to sound the alarm to folks. Say, look, there are a lot of folks out there, folks that you're told you're supposed to be able to trust. Folks in the United States mainstream media, the top folks at the World Health Organization. These people, you cannot trust them because all they're doing is doing the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party, some of the worst individuals on the face of this earth, and they're doing the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party strictly because they hate the same person that the folks in the Chinese Communist Party hate, that being our president here in the United States, Donald Trump. For goodness sake, you have some of these folks in the mainstream media, they're taking the side of the Chinese Communist Party in relation to this whole Chinese coronavirus episode. They are taking the side of the Chinese Communist Party just so they don't have to take the side of someone who's blameless, someone who has been doing a phenomenal job on behalf of the United States and its citizens, their own president, Donald Trump. I mean, it is absolutely appalling that anyone in the United States would go being sympathetic to, would go doing the bidding of these communists that run China. But sadly, that is the reality of what we're facing. And look, for all of those people who are parroting Chinese propaganda talking points, who are doing the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party, those folks are showing you something. It's that they hate this president, Donald Trump, way more than they care about their own country, your country, the United States. says a lot about them. It shows that they never truly had any love for the United States, and shows that there's absolutely no reason that you should trust those people because they are nothing more than Chinese communist propagandists. That's all the time that we have for today. The John Muir Show, each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.